Welcome! In this video we're going to do a solo playthrough of Star Realms using the Frontiers expansion. So down at the table, finishing our setup, trying to shuffle all of the faction cards together, doing the best I can with this stack of sleeved cards. So with this scenario, to get those put in there, we are taking on the Dimensional Horror. So down here is going to be its special powers it gets depending on what card it discards, and we'll see how that happens here in a bit. So when we attack the boss, players may destroy cards in a tentacle, so this thing is going to get 4 tentacles coming down to attack us. We can attack the tentacle by spending combat equal to that card's cost. When a card in a tentacle is destroyed, scrap it. The player may make any number of attacks on different cards and any number of tentacles. If all the tentacles are reduced to 0 cards, the players win. Tentacle with no cards in it will regrow the next time a card of its color is added to the tentacles. Some special rules: only the cost and color of the faction of cards and tentacles matter. Ignore the type and text. If a player could destroy a target base, they may destroy any card in a tentacle instead. The player would force the boss to discard a card. The player gains 3 attack instead. The card that would be added to a tentacle pile isn't of a single faction. I don't think that's going to happen. And when a player is reduced to 0 or less authority, we are defeated. And in this game, we start with 40 authority. For our starting deck, it is going to start with 2 Vipers and then 8 Scouts. So we'll give this a shuffle. And we're going to be the first player, which means we're going to draw 3 cards. We'll do that here in a bit. I am going to play on intermediate level, so we will get 2 turns before the Dimensional Horror takes a turn. Got our Explorer cards off to the side. So setting up his tentacles to start with, we're going to take the top 10 cards off the stack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And create its tentacles. Basically, we're just taking the factions, forming a line, making sure we can see the cost, because that's how much attack it's going to take to defeat it. And place all those up. So on the boss's turn, it's going to take the card in the trade row furthest from the trade deck. So trade deck, we're going to get 5 cards out here. So when it takes its turn, it's going to take the one farthest over this direction. So getting our starting cards in our lineup set. It's going to slide the remaining cards 1 space away from the trade deck, moving it down and then replace. If it's the same faction card that just left, it's going to attach that to its tentacles. And keep going. The boss gains a special ability based on the color card it added to the tentacle. So depending on the color or faction, that's the special power it's going to get. And then it's going to gain combat equal to the number of cards in the longest tentacle, which right now is 5. Oops, I'm sorry. If I get my colors right, 4. And attack it with that and end the turn. So we can go ahead and get started. Drawing your 3 cards, we have 1 fight. And we're going to do that to take care of the Frontier Hawk, cost of 1. Then we have 2 money to purchase with. Nothing out here. Now during this game, we do get 1 mulligan to wipe the board. Not going to do that just yet. 2 money will purchase an Explorer. Then enter turn, and we draw to 5. And because of the level I'm playing, we get 2 turns in a row, so we'll go again. This time we have 5 money. And what I'm going to do is buy the mobile market, because I think in this game I need healing and outposts in order to survive. We'll bring out another card. We've got 1 money left over, not going to do anything for us. End our turn. Draw 2 and shuffle, and then we'll get 3 more. And see what the Dimensional Horror is going to do to us. So it's going to get this card added up here. These move down and not blue, so we're good there. So the blue, the boss destroys all of your bases. If we don't have any, then it's going to attack us. Its longest tentacle is 4 long. So from 40 down to 36. So his turns go pretty quick. All right, we've got an attack and 4 money to play with. Fortunately, we do have something up here with health of 1. Nope, going with our bases. We'll spend 3 on that. Can't afford. Our turn's over. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's going to gain a blob, which gives it, the boss gains 5 fight, along with 3, so doing hitting us for 8. We're down to 28. All right, so we've got our mobile market. It's going to get us 2 money, outpost 4 health. We can sack it to gain 2 and draw a card at the end of the turn and move mobile market from the scrap heap to your discard pile. And we've got 1 fight, which isn't going to do anything now, and 3 money. We'll go for some healing and attack. And that gets replaced. Oh, wait, we still had 2 more money left. And with that, we'll go ahead and take that also. All right, end your turn. 2 cards there. All right. So it's getting that. Moving over. Put a scout or viper from your hand or discard pile on top of your deck. Well, let's see. There's nothing up there that 1 damage is going to do anything to, so put a viper on top of her deck. It's attacking us for 4. Has to go after the outpost, and that's enough to defeat it, but at least we didn't take damage. All right, so for our turn, 3 money. If you have 2 more bases in play, gain 4 health and draw a card. 4 money, 5, 6, and 7 money. That's nice. But that looks better. And we are going to blow that up for 2 damage. And we will take care of one of those. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's getting a yellow card. We discard 2 cards. Scout and a viper. Then it's going to attack us for 4, down to 24 health. And for our turn, put in a base. Gets us 1 coin. And that's going to get us 4 fight and gain 3 health. So we're up to 27. We have 5 fight to use. We're going to take out a 3 and a 2. And end your turn. 5 cards, so it's getting a blob. That's not good. So that gets us +5, so 8 damage. That soaks up 5. We take 3 down to 24. All right, 5 money. We're going to go for another base. And shuffle and get 5. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's going to gain that. Move over. So 8 damage coming our way, down to 16. Can't take too many hits like that. Well, we've got 1 base. It's going to give us some money. All right, that's going to give us 5 fight, heal 5, and draw a card. So up to 21. Drawing into that. So once we play that, that's going to trigger the ally ability on both of those, we're going to gain 2 more health, and we get to destroy a target base. So up to 23. When we destroy target base, we get to pick any card up here to go away, and we're going to, of course, actually pick a base that's got 8 health on it. So we've got 9 fight, 10 fight, and 3 money to use. So we're going to go 3, 3, and 4. And with our 3 money, go with a destroyer bot. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So put a Scout or Viper from your hand or discard pile on top of your deck. We're going to put a Viper there. Move everything down. And it's attacking us for 3. Not enough to go through that, so we're safe. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 money, and 1 attack. So we'll spend 4 on that, and then 2 on this one. End our turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that goes up. We discard 2 cards. Let's see, you may scrap a card. If you do, gain 4 in our hand. All right, we'll scrap those 2. Or I'm sorry, discard those 2. Then it's attacking for 2. Can't defeat anything there, so back to our turn. You may scrap a card in your hand. If you do, gain 4 fight. We will scrap that. So with 4 fight, we'll take this out. Then we're going to have 4 money. We'll use to get a long hauler. Draw 1 and shuffle. And of course, the blue card's down here triggering. It's going to be the worst thing that can happen to us. So the strategy is to make sure that doesn't happen. All right, so this goes off. Scout or Viper from our hand or discard pile on top of our deck. It's going to be a Scout. And then it's attacking for 2. Can't take anything out, so back to our turn. We will play that. If you have 2 or more bases in play, gain 4 health or authority and draw a card. So up to 27. Draw into a Scout. Then we'll play that. It's going to trigger us gaining 5 health. Up to 32. May scrap a card in our hand to gain 4 fight. So we've got 8 fight. So we'll just take a 3 and a 4. And then money, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take the Imperial flagship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so it's getting a green card, which means it's getting +5 to its attack. And another green, so that goes up top. So 8 attack. It's going to go after the highest one first, even though it could take out 2 the other way. It's got a priority. It wants the big one first. And then back to our turn. We're going to bring in another base. And yet another base, which is going to trigger those abilities going off. We may scrap a card in our hand for 4 fights. We're going to have 4, 5, 6, 10, 11. So we'll take out the 7 and a 4. Then money, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take the Outland Station. Got 3 left. You got 1 left. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that, put a Scout or Viper from your hand or discard pile on top. It's attacking us for 2. Can't take anything out. Actually, attacking us for 3. That can take... Oh, can't get to that unless it goes through the outpost, so we're still good. All right. So this is going to help trigger the bottom there. So we're going to 5 fight, heal 5 up to 37. Draw a card. Destroy a target base. And then we've got that. So you may scrap a card in your discard pile. Or scrap a card in our hand for 4 fight. So we're going to end up with 1, 2, 12, 13, 14, 18, 22. So 9, 10, 11, 15, and 19. So that is taking care of the dimensional horror in the intermediate mode. So hopefully that gave you a good idea of how the game plays. Of course, Frontiers does come with plenty of others, and like I said, changing the difficulty to where we don't get 2 turns at the beginning will make the game harder also. So as always, hope you enjoyed this playthrough. So please click on the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.